Yeah, I think we're live. Yeah. So what? It's your boy, Bits and Bobs. Yes, people. Monday evening. What can you say? It's the end of the month. There's been a few announcements, but before that, let me introduce my co-host. To the right of me, to the left of me, Optimus Ladimus Prime. Laddie, how you doing this evening?
Don't use my real name. But yeah, I'm good. It's been a long week of Drogba slander, but I'm not having it.
Prime, is it because you're losing weight? That's why you're putting the arms out so the girls can see the biceps or something. Go on, show them the pythons. Go on.
Listen, just because you guys are taken doesn't mean I'm still available. So.
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Man's pimping at himself live on air, bro.
And obviously below me, we've got Canada's finest, Vinci Cadinho. What we saying, bro?
What's good? I refuse to be intimidated with all these biceps showing. Prime, I know you lift big. Me, I lift popcorn. That's it.
And Mr. IT man in the corner that always keeps it 100. Gunner, what we saying?
Yo, Gunner in the building, man. Just keeping it real, man. Let's get rolling because we've got stuff to talk about. You understand?
Yeah. Obviously, massive announcement that shocked the world on social media. Aguero is leaving Manchester City.
Like what he did there. Still.
It's about time, bro.
Oh, we say that's legit.
Yeah. They've confirmed he's leaving. Aguero's leaving. So
that's mad.
That's obviously Q Haaland. What do you think? Do you think he'll win? He did say he wasn't going to leave until he won the Champions League, but obviously, well, technically they could still win it. But yeah, he's leaving, isn't it?
That's mad. Yeah. Fair
what
play
do you
to him,
think?
Like, it's going to be a miss, though, because I know he's been injured. He gets injured quite a bit, but I think, for me, probably the most memorable commentary goal ever, to be fair, was the Aguero one, man. So,
Prime,
it's gonna be
I'm
mad.
changing my password. Don't ever try and put that goal celebration up ever again. Don't ever try and do that. Anyway, listen, man, there was all about the Monday night vibes. Do you know what I'm saying? So, come on. Aguero, what does Aguero... Aguero, Gunner, to you, world-class striker, one of the best done in the Premier League. Is he going to be missed?
Yeah, of course he is, man. Like, second best ever striker in the Premiership, isn't it? Like, what did
I say? What did I say? So, Gunnar, do you know what? I'll ask you after, innit? Because I know who you're going to say, yeah. But I'll let you finish, man. I'll let you finish.
Yeah, so that's how it is, isn't it? Thierry Henry, Aguero, then you lot can fight for whoever's underneath that. Alan Shearer, Kane.
So, okay. Kane.
Robbie Fowler, any of them, man, there.
You said Mo Salah, you're not mentioning... Okay, don't worry.
No, I said Robbie Fowler.
Fowler, I know. No, you didn't mention drop. Continue, don't worry. Continue.
No, he's not. I mean, we're talking about longevity and things like that. Then obviously,
he's talking about street football. That's it.
Yeah. You know the uncles that play in the neighborhoods and stuff. No, but real talk though. All jokes aside, guys. Kun Aguero, he's done wonders for City. We all know the famous goal that he scored to win in the league. You know, all rivals just aside, he's a great striker. Vinci.
Look,
he's going to be a miss in the Premier League, right?
Bob, I'm happy for two reasons. I'm happy for the guy himself, personally. Like, he's been shamed there to a certain extent. You know, a lot of us like to think of Aguero as someone who gets injured all the time and is not available. But he's been available for a minute now, you know? He's been available, but he's just chewing the bench. A whole hero like that, he's won them things, but they're not even giving him an honorable outing. He has to stay, he has to leave. Now they're putting on their Twitter, oh, it's going to be so emotional. If it's emotional, play the damn guy. Anyway, that's one side.
You're winning. You don't change the winning team, do you?
You will win with Aguero. They won without De Bruyne, and De Bruyne comes back
levels,
in.
Though. It's levels, though. Let's be.
Okay. All jokes aside. Okay.
So second thing, right?
Okay, go on.
I'm happy because as a rival,
look at Ghana trying to get a sponsor from Lucozade.
You're saying their name, bro. What are you saying their name for? Get in trouble with that, bro.
No,
This is the Audi version.
As a rival, I know that Man City has evolved at them and their attack has changed, but that Aguero threat, even at his old age, was always going to be a problem. Whenever you're the opposing side going up against it, so I'm happy as a rival, but generally speaking, he's elevated the game for the striking position in the EPL. To be honest, in terms
What's
of
it elevated it from?
He's carried on from the likes of the Tevezes, the Rooneys and stuff, like serial assassin Van Nistelrooys, the Robbie Fowlers, the typical number 9 clinical finisher, mess you up, give him one chance, left foot, right foot. He's got the accuracy, targeted, low driven shot or high top, as they say, last angle in Nigeria. It'll just mess you up.
Does Aguero have a certain finish or attribute that he's known for? We know we have there's an Henry-esque finish. Drogba, the fact that he's the
Why would you
ultimate
leave
target
Drogba
man striker.
Look, for the last 48 hours, it's been Drogba.
Be quiet. Watch your mouth. Be quiet. My point is, does Aguero have his own that thing where that's an Aguero-esque goal or Aguero-esque movement?
Have you seen the shots?
Yeah, the shot. No backlift.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I say the no backlift thing is Aguero, but I think that's the difference, that he scores so many different goals, like that you can't quite pin him down to one thing. Like Thierry Henry used to score the same goal most weeks, innit? You just couldn't stop it. But I think there's a legit argument to put Aguero. Get out vibes.
Do you know what? We're gonna get there. Gonna finish landing because we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
Yeah, I just think I think the low backlift thing is Aguero's thing, but he was just so good in it. Like it's just low center of gravity, can wriggle in and out of it. It's just he was just that good in it, and I still think he's even underrated, even though he scored all of these. Yeah, even though I think he scored 181 goals. And I still think people don't talk about Aguero as being up there when he should be, to be honest. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out LFC Sonny, man. Throwback to when Aguero was back-to-back hat tricks, playing both Chelsea and Arsenal baller. Is he better then? Okay. Look, we've got a shout here. Kane isn't top 5. Okay. BITZ FC, big up to you. Make sure you smash a like, guys. We are Monday night now. Excuse me. There's a legit argument to put Aguero over Henry. Now, I'm going to say this, and this is not me trying to be biased at all, because trust me, I hate Arsenal just as much as I hate Man City. However, football-wise, I'm a football fan. Thierry Henry is just, it's not even just, it's clear. And I'm not talking about just goals, because if you want to go stats, I'm not going to argue with stats. But as a whole striker, Thierry Henry is what's the word I'm trying? If this was Greek gods, he's Zeus. Put it that way. Like this guy is just. Do you know what it is to just start the thing like I'm a striker, but don't worry, I'm gonna stay on the left. I'm just gonna come across. Don't worry, I'm hitting it top corner. Come in, cut in, bang. Like people are saying that, oh, that's amazing how they can cut in. Henry been doing this, bro.
I think that's what Martial. I think that's why people are so annoyed with Martial, because Martial's first goal against Liverpool was Thierry Henry, and we all sat there. I sat there thinking, "Damn, this is Thierry Henry." Like this guy is gonna be amazing. And I think that's why I think Martial. I think that's most people's like why they're so aggrieved with Martial, because they see he has the talent to do it, but he just doesn't do it.
I think that's partly the problem. A lot of people have put a lot of pressure on this young man. I'm sorry, do you know who Henry is? I think we forgot who Henry was for us to start saying, I mean, maybe we were talking about the Henry in Juventus, when he's just maturing, right?
Yeah, we're talking about the Premier League.
The finished article of Henry before he goes to Barcelona. What in the world?
Yeah.
You can't put that title on a player. That's not going to happen.
100%.
But like,
and also, some would say Henry potentially. Some may say Henry played against better defenders. Some may say Aguero played against better defenders. I'm just saying, guys. I'm just putting the question out there.
To be fair, come on. Henry's playing against Rio, Vidic, Carragher, Hoopier. He played against everyone. John Terry, and they all say Thierry Henry was the hardest. And I think, go on, Vinci.
No, Gunnar. You guys are talking defense. This guy came from midfield. We need to understand that. So he's coasting past the likes like Kane, Gerrard, Haman. Yep. You know, Haman just used to hack people down. That man was, so he'll go past people that are actually there to actually clip you and take you down. Like the coach tells them, go take him down, stay next to him, make sure he doesn't get a run going.
Yeah.
And Henry's just dancing around them like a ballerina, literally. And then the worst thing is when you see him coming from halfway line and he collects the ball and takes 2 strides, it's a wrap. Like as a defender, you're like, oh my lord, I'm not going to get.
I think that's it. It's the thing that you said is the strides. Is that it will take him like 2 or 3 strides and already he's gone. I'm like, what do you do in that position, man? Like, there's not much you could do.
Do you know one of the best goals he scored? And this is not to troll Tottenham, but do you know, was it Seaman or Lemon that rolled him the ball? Or I don't know if it was the keeper that rolled him the ball, but he ran the whole pitch. And then what took the mick? He then put it on his left foot.
Yeah.
And then ball corner. I'll never forget that goal. And I thought, do you know what the best when people say, "Oh, I don't like him," it's not because they don't like him. It's because what he done to their club. Like, and do you know? I mean, the free kick against Chelsea. You know, was it Chelsea? It was Chelsea.
Yeah,
it was
the quick one. Yeah.
I think Henry's clear, man. I do. I think Henry's clear.
He's I think people need to, like, when you call his name, like even now when I watch him as a coach, I'm like, don't talk. Even as a coach, I'm like, who are you? Don't talk to this man. Do you know who he is? Like, come on,
bro. And do you know Henry was like, they say like, oh, he's arrogant, he's flashy. But the thing about Henry would like get the ball and he'd be like, right, you're trying to kick me, come here. And dribble past you. And the ones I hate is when he scores and he looks at the defender.
Yeah. The thing is, you see Henry, when he used to play, he was very, very humble when he was playing. But you see when people used to wind him up, like Danny Mills. One time Danny Mills was winding him up, so he just nutmegged him, like, you're just the chief, come off the pitch sort of thing. There was one time when we played Wigan and they were time wasting. And then Henry scores, and then he goes, gets the ball, runs up to the Kirkland, gives him the ball, and say, "You want to time waste now?" The free kick with the ref, and he's like, "Is that enough?" Like, his arrogance only came out when you really annoyed him. And I remember him always saying he was never going to celebrate at White Hart Lane when we won the league there. They all made a pact to not celebrate, but he was like, Spurs was celebrating the draw, forgetting that Arsenal had won the league in it, and he's like, that just wound him up so much that he just started doing crazy celebrations. I mean, football's evolved, innit? Henry now, he probably gets more goals now, to be fair.
Of course.
He probably gets more goals now. He gets more goals now. And I think if you look at the
defenders right now, I think the thing is, like, the thing about Henry is just that, like, if you are a football fan and you love to see goals, I think he scored every kind of goal, literally. As a Man United fan, I mean, don't get me wrong, I cussed him when he was at Arsenal, but when he went to Barcelona, I was just like, because when he went to Barcelona, I was thinking, you're actually getting a complete striker. Like, it's ridiculous.
When he started taking a mick.
Yeah.
When he started taking corners with his left foot.
Yeah. Do you know when players do that, when players do that, you just like, there's no point. Like, just go. I'd rather just you go past me. Just go past me.
Bob, you know what I say till this day? Pep and Barcelona, they're not ashamed of themselves for that team they went to go and cop with Henry, Eto'o, I think
Messi.
Zlatan was there too. Messi was there. What nonsense! What do you know that it's like having Haaland, Mbappe, Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Let's go.
But bro, do you know what? Like, do you know, to wrap it up on Henry, what I would say to people, especially the newer generation, because I saw something being tweeted that like Rashford is world class, and how can you not say he's not world class with his stats? Listen, watch football from the 1990s, yeah, onwards, and then you see what world class really definition is. Because Thierry Henry was probably the definition of a world class striker. And what I'm seeing now with Rashford, I support Man United. I'm seeing Rashford as world class. I'm like, no, he's not. Like,
But
I wouldn't even say
Rashford's
Rashford's a top player.
Bob, I get what you're
where are
saying.
they getting it from? I think he's got the ability, but
Stats.
but even his stats are not
that.
that good though, because he's only scored 10 or more once. So like,
I think what I saw on Twitter. Let me see if I can get it on Twitter. I think I saw it was someone was comparing him to Ronaldo's stats or something.
what, Ronaldo when he was the same age, when Ronaldo was a winger?
I was just like, is that what we're doing right now?
Boys, okay, I get what
Ronaldo
you mean,
was
Bob, I agree.
dribbling like solid. Like when Ronaldo done it in the Premier League, at the time, the Premier League was like the best league in the world. It had all the best players. Rashford can't even dribble past Fulham's right back. Like, what? How is this possible? Make it make sense. I'm a Man U fan. Do you know what I mean? Like, get out of here. But listen,
but you know what it is though. You know what it is, right? One thing we need to do is we need to have mercy. We need to have mercy on the next generation because they've not been sport like we have. So when they start saying these things like, you know, the best of all time, we need to just take it with a grain of salt. We should just be like, you know what? For your era, okay. From what we see around now, okay. Because you can't even, I'm telling you that Davosuka and all these others that we saw are just way better. You can't even compare Davosuka and Rashford. Do you see what I mean? So for you to be going far, or Gabriel Batistuta, or like, you know, or Hernan Crespo, you can't like those small, like those, you can't do that. So don't even go far. So we should just look at the era and just be like, you know what, right now Rashford is world class for this era.
But big up to Jerry in the cut. Make sure you go
you think he's world class for this era?
No, look.
For what we're seeing in football, yes, right now.
No, he's not.
For this area.
But do you think he's even better? He's not better than Mane. He's not better than Salah. He's not better than Kane. He's like, that's the level of world class that we're talking to. He's not even half of that. So like, would you even pick him? You wouldn't pick him. You wouldn't sign him. Like
right now. Okay, listen. Right now, is Rashford world class? Yes or no?
No, not even. I don't even think he's even close.
People in the comments, is Rashford world class right now? Yes or no?
Because when we're talking about,
I don't think he is gonna.
When we talk about world class, we're talking about him being on the same level as Haaland or Mbappe, which they're all similar age.
Exactly.
He's not even close to them. Huh?
Those are superstars.
But then is he even on Salah's level?
No, he's not. He's not
on Kane's level. That's what I'm talking about. He's not even on Jamie Vardy's level, if we're being honest.
Let's be honest, bro.
He's not. So he's not world class, is he?
And this is not even trolling. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is not even trolling. This is like being factual. We're talking football here. Yeah. Rashford is not. No, Jerry, I hear what you're saying. But what I'm saying that I've been seeing people tweet that Rashford is world class, and I'm thinking that looks a bit shady. So I'm like, no, he's not. But you know what? When you see nonsense on Twitter, you should just ignore it.
I think people are going off.
Go ahead.
PSG.
Not even that. His numbers. People can argue. In this day and age, people like to go off basic goals and assists because it's weird. People nowadays don't seem to, or the younger generation don't seem to really understand football. You watch or even understand football.
But the numbers are not even good,
the only thing we can see is if you've scored if you've scored, if you've got an assist, or
If you do step over,
clean sheet,
Do
that's
step
the only thing
overs,
we can.
yeah.
That's the only thing we can actually fundamentally see, as opposed to someone who can do a couple of step overs, or people don't understand the little nuances. I think Rashford, with his numbers, you could argue that he is world class. I personally like
numbers, though?
Rashford.
I know,
No,
what
no,
numbers?
no, stop
Hold
this.
on. No. I'm not arguing. Let me land. Is he world class? No, but he is a good talent. I like him personally.
That's it.
The thing is, though, if he had a no, but the thing is though, if he had a better manager, if he had a Pep,
I'm not having this.
would they,
I'm not having this.
Again, let me finish. If he had someone like a Pep or a Klopp, would they be able to get the best out of him? Yes, they would. That's not me saying they would make him world class, but
that's
I
not
think
world
it's.
class.
I know.
That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah,
Look,
I know, but my thing is, you have people who, well, just because he's not world class doesn't mean he's a bad player.
Listen, JJ Culture was managed by Sam Allardyce at Bolton. Okay, so don't try and tell me.
Yeah, but
Rashford had a better manager.
That Bolton team was good. So
no, you're moving the goalpost, Prime.
No. I know. Again, I know. I'm agreeing with you. I agree with you.
Because at the end of the day, what my question is to you is Rashford world class. I'm not asking you to give me. It's a yes or no answer.
Okay,
but in this definition, this day and age of world class, you can argue he is.
What's this? I was going to go to that. What's the definition of world class? For me, world class. Okay, go ahead.
In this day and age, it's all about numbers and stats.
But he's
whether or not you agree with that or not, that's all this day and age looks at. So because you have the stats and the numbers to back it up, then yes, you can argue that he is. The same way people say about Bruno Fernandes that he is world class because his numbers and his outputs.
No, but what numbers make up world class? That's what I want to understand.
Exactly. Are you talking about with Rashford or with Bruno?
Anybody.
I think if you're top 3, top 5 in your position.
But he's not.
Is
Rashford the top 3 in his position right now?
How many in what terms of left wingers or left forwards?
Right? Grealish is better than him.
Grealish is better on the left than him.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yes, and then there would
people would make an argument for Neto right now who were trying to spend money.
Then there would be people who would argue that look at his numbers. Rashford has better numbers than Grealish and Neto.
Get out of here, man. Grealish is the most creative English player in the league right now.
Then with his goals and assists, Rashford has more.
When did you start at Parliament, Prime?
I'm just saying. Rashford has more.
If we're going off that, then Son is better than him. Vardy is better than him.
Vardy's a striker.
Okay, Mane.
Rashford's not a striker. Mane is not better than Rashford this season.
That's this season, but they both haven't been great this season, so it doesn't even matter.
Again, but we can only. But I'm looking.
But even with the terrible season, Mane is still better.
Mane's stats, which is what people look at, the goals.
I know, but Rashford's stats, he scored 9 goals this season in 29 games.
In the Premier League or all competitions?
But in this day and age, he's world class. Yeah,
I don't know. He scored 18 and 45 this season. That's not even 1 and 2.
All right.
I don't think there's any argument for him being world class.
Personally speaking, I think that world class definition it could be better because that's part of the confusion when you have different definitions of what world class. What's going on?
Sorry.
So when you have different definitions of what world class is, then it's hard to really go by it. For me, world class is somebody that would deliver on any stage at any given day, consistently. Like, and what I mean by deliver, I mean like if it's a defender, they will defend clean sheets, goalkeeper clean sheets, strikers put in goals, midfields goals and assists, and even the strikers goals and assists. So that's what I consider world class. World Cup, everything.
Okay, now listen. Obviously, boxing took place at the weekend, guys. Obviously, shout out to BITZ. It's your boy BITZ. Obviously, BITZ couldn't be here tonight, so obviously we need to talk about boxing and the new.
Hey, which one are you doing? Before I make noise, because there were 2 things to make noise about.
That belt's not legit.
Oh.
What do you mean the belt's not legit? What do you mean the bet's not legit?
That belt is the one you go to a carnival and win.
Yeah, bro. That's them Argos belts.
WBC interim. Do you think they just made that belt because he's been waiting for so long?
Yeah, trust me, bro. That's a made up belt, man. That's not them legit ones, man.
But why do you think he's been shafted in boxing? Why do you think he's been shafted?
He's not good.
The belt is from Argos.
Hey.
Real talk.
Did a man just steal my joke though? Is he just repeating what I said, or did he steal my joke?
Listen, yeah, but like, did everyone watch the fight?
Yeah,
but I've watched it back now. Yeah.
So he meant business, right?
He tried to blow him out. They both tried to blow each other out in the first round. To be fair, they wanted to kill each other in it. He deserved it in it, but that's it. I think that's his level now. I think that's it. He's reached his peak.
But when you say the fight, yeah, because people are saying that Povetkin didn't look. They were saying in the comments and the commentary, they said Povetkin never looked good from the start. Do you agree with that?
Bobs, let's be real. Even their first fight, Povetkin was a shadow of himself. Like if he watched Povetkin when, for example, when he faced Joshua, or even before that, man, do you see how that man moves? His movement is unreal. Like he's got a little bit of Tyson in him. You know, he pounces, he moves, he dodges. You know, if you see the Povetkin in the first Dylan Whyte fight that he just snuck away, he's so much slower. He's got concrete in his boots, and he's just overthinking things. Oh, should I move left now? Oh shit! Like he was lucky. Dylan Whyte was gonna win that first fight anyways. He just caught him with that left uppercut that he disguised. He disguised that body shot, got him a left uppercut. Guy was down. Like that knockdown. Wow.
As Vibes was saying, that was the next thing I was gonna say. The guy's 41. Imagine we're playing football and you're 30, you're 32, and you're running up against a defender that's 41. Is that fair?
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying, but like
it's rubbed out. Like all these guys beat Klitschko. They waited for the man to get old before they really wanted to go for Klitschko. Same with what's his name and Pacquiao. He didn't really want Pacquiao when Pacquiao was moving. He waited until he got old and he knew that he could take him. That's what boxing is about. Like really, like now these guys don't really want it. They don't really want to fight each other. They want to wait for someone to have a couple of losses, or they want them to get older, and then they're gonna go for it. But the man's 41. I said, I don't know about the COVID thing, but I just know he's 41. So,
but even that said, being 41, he's 41 and he's a champion. At the end of the day, he knocked Dylan out.
That's the state of boxing.
We need to be a bit objective here, because we can say Povetkin's old and 41 and so on, but Povetkin knocked him out though.
Yeah, but the what's his name, the Ruiz, when he knocked out AJ, like it is what it is, isn't it? These things happen.
No. Ruiz is a bad man. Don't bring that. Ruiz is a bad man.
These things happen. The thing is with heavyweight boxing, which is probably different to any other weight class, is that anyone can beat anyone because it's heavyweight boxing. One punch can, obviously, because that's what everybody's going for, the killer punch. So anyone could beat anyone in heavyweight boxing more than any other weight, I personally think. So like, one punch could just have you dazed for heavyweight boxing. Let's be real. Ruiz come like butterbean, like
but the thing is though, right? Like when you say 41 and stuff, but he not. I'm a big Dylan Whyte fan, right? And he's been shagged and stuff. He's not marketable like AJ, obviously the Golden, whatever you want to say about AJ and Fury, right? What Dylan Whyte got knocked out, and I remember
he didn't take it serious.
Fight. Yeah, pardon.
I don't think he took it serious. I thought he
didn't take it serious. And that uppercut from Povetkin in the first fight, I called Vinci. I was like, what have we just seen right now? Like, and it was like, everyone was just like, okay, the commentators were just silent. Like, what just happened now? So for me, it's like, okay, he took it serious. And I think Povetkin was just like, I'll probably knock him out because he's just going to be useless. And then when you said the Ruiz thing, I hear what you're saying about Ruiz, right? But Ruiz can box with his small hands.
I know, but you know what? Like, again, I think it's down to when these guys beat the big guys, it's down to the big guy not taking it serious.
Mhm.
And it's the same thing with Dillian Whyte. He didn't take the first fight serious. I think he just thought he was going to win. He probably done what I done, looked at the man's age and thought, I'm younger, quicker, got more years than me. I could beat him. AJ went into that fight thinking he was going to beat Ruiz. He just looked at him and thought, there's no way this
You're
Butterbean
touching
Mark
me,
II. Yeah, Butterbean
I
Mark
think
II was
that's
going
what
to
Prime
beat me.
says to competition as well. Prime, did you watch the boxing? Did you say to them, I'm young, I'm quicker? You know,
We saw when Joshua took the second fight serious, look what happened. So
yeah,
that's what it's
I
about.
disagree with you a little bit on the first fight between Povetkin and Whyte, because they had similar records. They had the same record actually, and you know, it was the first time they're meeting and stuff. And Dillian Whyte was like, he was kind of like the chosen one essentially to go after Deontay Wilder versus Fury after that, right? So finally, if he beats Povetkin, he's got a chance. He's got a legit shout for a title, like a proper title. So he goes in there, he's ready, he's all stuff. But the thing about it is the way he was knocked down, that knockout, because don't forget, Povetkin was knocked down twice the round before.
Yeah.
So, you know, he was definitely like, that's like a 10-8 on the card, easy, standard, or 10-7. So he was going to lose that fight. So Povetkin just, he literally just unlocked, like that shot was, he took him back to his roots without like, he literally traveled, like forgot his parents, came back and was like, you know what, okay, I'm Dillian again. So it was wild. So for him to come back again this time and knock him out, Dillian had to make that statement. If he had any chance of having a say to fight any of the champions, he had to do it that way. There was no decision. Nobody was going to take any decision. Well, like you said, Povetkin's 41. Dillian is also getting older, so his time is also dwindling. And for me, personally, I've made the mistake of putting Dillian Whyte and Chisora in the same category as people that are not serious in boxing.
I don't even think it's a mistake because I put them in the same category. That man are serious.
Why do you know what? Just to wrap up on that, why do you think
because they talk too much? That is why.
Do you look like do you think? Yeah. All right. Listen, Nathan, we're gonna get to that. What do you think? Because you look at AJ, okay, the best example, and you look at Fury, because when Fury wants to get in shape, he can do it. And don't get me wrong, Dillian trimmed, he looked good, he looked serious. But I think to myself, if you just applied yourself a bit more, took yourself more serious, and got yourself in shape, and obviously knocked out more people, obviously the Povetkin, but I think it's application, and I think Chisora, he's just a warrior, isn't he? He just wants to fight. That's it. There's no boxing in that.
I think their height plays a big part in it as well because they're not as tall as the other two as well. So for their powerful punches to land and stuff, they have to still remain quite big to be able to deliver knockout punches. If you look at the rest of them, they're just naturally just tall. And I mean, Fury doesn't even look like an athlete. Joshua is the only one that really looks like an athlete.
Yeah. Joshua is a specimen created from a lab.
Yeah.
Like one of those people you just get, if you're a trainer, you get excited. You're like, you're not my gym. Let's go.
I mean, it's all interesting. I've just always said in life, the people that talk the most are the ones that can't really back it up. So we notice Fury talks, but he doesn't. That's just his personality. Like I feel like when Dillian and Chisora talk, it's about creating a war that isn't really there because they're not really confident. What's his name? The other big American one. What's his name, man?
Beaks Corner.
I made American, man. Wilder talks because he's not really confident. Like he's always talking, but he's not showing me much in it. He's just showing me he's got one knockout blow, but he's not showing me he can box. So there's just loads of them. Like they're trying to be Muhammad Ali with the talking and be funny, but it just comes off wrong. It comes off forced.
You know what it is also, right? this modern day and age, it's about marketing. You market that thing,
Yeah,
you
but
get the money
it
type of
doesn't
thing.
even-
I
it
get
doesn't-
what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
But in terms of touching on Bob's point, in terms of getting in shape and stuff, Bob's, we've seen this in the past where we've had, like I mentioned before, like the Joe Frazier's. There are types like those kinds of heavyweight. There's a place for them there where you look like you can't do anything. You look out of shape, but guess what? When you receive one punch in the one body punch, you will rethink your jabs. You just be like, how am I going to start blocking low? So for me, Dylan Whyte has to be a bad man. He has to reestablish himself as a bad man because the man is let's not disrespect this man. He's a bad man. His record was pretty nasty. Like before he started getting knocked out, it was pretty nasty. So the guy needs to get his respect back. If not, they wouldn't give it to him. You know, stop talking so much and put it in the gym. And also not people out, like you said.
So also obviously, like, you know, we saw the thumbnail, you know, Nganouu, Francis Ngannou, you know, Africa are just dominating UFC now. We've got Usman, Adesanya, now we've got Nganouu. Did you guys watch it?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like UFC. UFC is a step too far for me. Boxing is just like my limit. UFC goes over that limit. Like I don't like watching people fight, but boxing, I love boxing.
But you can watch Cartoon Network after now.
Yeah, I'm going back to watching the Disney Channel after this, boy. Because UFC is not for me.
Like,
so
for me, like I'm not gonna lie to you, it was brutal. It was brutal. Let me not lie to you. It was brutal. When he started throwing shots, when he started throwing shots, I was like, this guy's in trouble. Because do you know when you know in UFC, like these punches line, it's not like boxing where they'll try and, you know, run it out. Like Nganouu was like, I basically thought you're gonna kill this guy, you know. And then when he smelt blood, oh my goodness! When he got him pinned, I was like, you're done for. And for me, I'm like, my heart started. I was just like, wow, is he dead? Like,
bro, you see, you know what? You see when he knocked him out though, he's still bloating when he was on the floor, innit? He done one of them ones.
Yeah, but still though,
he gave him the congo.
But boys, beforehand, I'm telling you, beforehand, I'm talking about like the first round, like when Steep tries to actually take him down, and then Nganouu just drops on him, and then I was like, shit, this guy's done, because Nganouu is one of those people that, you know, if he was my uncle, I'll go and look for a fight anywhere. I'll be like, touch me and you see. I dare you. Touch me and you see. Like, you don't know who my uncle is. Do you see what he looks like? I'm telling you, this man in the gym, right? When he's done working out, he tells boxers, tells other fighters to take shots, free shots at his body, just for they go at it and he just takes it. This man has come in to actually challenge your title. I'm sorry, Miocic I know he beat him the first time, but this guy, once he dropped on him and he got some more technique to his game, that was it. The guy was in trouble. Like all those blows he was taking. For me, the ref, God bless them, because it's hard. Because when you talk about the hammer fist that came down, the reason why the ref let it go for half a second was because when Nganouu got him with that first punch, the one that made Miocic get it. So Miocic tried to recover, gave him a counter, and that slowed Nganouu down a bit. So Miocic thought he could pull off a record knockout, like, oh, I'm under duress and I'm going to knock you out. So he went in smiling, and then Nganouu was just like, you idiot, come on, go down. So at that point, ref is just like, what am I just witnessing here? You know how you're in shock? You're a ref, but you're also a fan, and you're in shock. You're like, Lord Jesus, what happened to this guy's leg?
Yeah, like literally. I mean, like, you know, obviously he's now the heavyweight champion. You know, do we think now he's gonna have a title? Like, he's gonna reign? He's just gonna be beating everyone that comes near him? What are we thinking, guys?
To be fair, I don't even watch UFC, but he scares me, innit? He's beating me already, bro. So.
But
like,
you know what?
Literally,
like he jumps through my TV. Like, he scares me, bro.
But you know what? I think find him another heavyweight that's technical in terms of submission is a threat. Unpredictable strikes.
Yeah.
So I think John Jones might be good, but John Jones has to be ready. Like he has to be ready to chop some blows because he's not gonna just come and receive those flying kicks. Like he's gonna also take some. So for me, I want to see John Jones and him. Like I know it won't be done, but like I just want to see it because that man is
he's serious. And the way he stood up and he walked away after he triumphed, I was like, this guy could still go another few rounds. Like, what the hell?
He'll fight his entire training staff. Like,
yeah. Anyway, congratulations to him, Africa to the world and back. You know, Free Africa is obviously Africa to the world and back. Guys, talking about Africans, okay? Premier League, Prime keeps going on about.
Sorry, real quick, before you segue, real quick. I have a question for you. So you know how what's his name? Usman Kamaru, right?
Yeah.
He was in his corner, right?
I saw that, yeah.
And Usman is all about, Africa, we're one, we stick together, easy, me, now Nganouu, let's do this. Would you, if you were Usman and they said UFC, hey, build your way, fight Nganouu, would you do it?
No.
Why? Usman Kamaru.
Because yeah, it kind of. Do you know what it is? Basically, in my opinion, he doesn't have to. What does he gain? I don't. Everyone can say he gains the belt, but like he's a very humble person. I follow him on social media, and the Nigerian night wrestle. I don't think so. Because at the end of the day, look what him, Adesanya and Nganouu are doing right now. You can't tap to any of them. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. What are you going to gain? Like you're already a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? They can't say to you, "Oh, we'll give you 5 million." Nah, burn your money, 100%. What would you say?
First of all, it depends on how much money. Because to be honest, money talks. But like, obviously, those guys are like brothers. To be honest, but
exactly.
But you know how we are, BOBZ. Nigeria and Cameroon. All it takes is for one person to say something off one social setting, and one will be like, "Oh, you think because you have the bet, you're a big boy now, eh? I will mess you up if you don't say too much,
Yeah, but I just don't think let's come here for Vibes FC. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, Usman's enjoying eating his food, not drinking it through a straw. He doesn't need that smoke. And do you know what? For me, for the whole of obviously what's been happening in the last couple of years and stuff, for Africa to have the World Cup and Africa to be dominating the UFC, it's good right now. Why we? You know what I mean? You can also.
In my mind, I was like, which African country won it? I forgot.
So I just think so, But listen, also talking about the World Cup champions, we need to talk about this Chelsea thing. Chelsea tweeted a picture of N'Golo Kante tied up to the Titanic, whatever boat you want to call it. Okay. Now, Ghana brought this to our attention, and obviously Twitter went mad. Not being funny, why can't they see the racist in it?
Do we have a picture of it? Can we?
Yeah, I'll go get the picture now.
Okay.
Oh, Prime, you're on your laptop. You don't say the word. Do you want to do it?
Prime, do you see your club?
Yeah. What? I'll keep talking. I'll bring it up.
Do you see your useless club? Just
I know your racist club. What the hell is going on?
Man say it's in the DNA and that.
It is in the DNA.
But BOBZ, they've been doing that though. That's their mentality though. They've been doing that with Mikel and all them.
Yeah, but of all pictures to upload, Gunnar said it as well. Could you have not had him lifting a trophy for Chelsea, kicking a ball, tackling someone? You actually went to do some editing and cropping.
Bro, he signed it off. That's a Photoshop job. He signed it off, bro. That took effort. So to me, that shows that's mad. That took effort, man. It's not like the DBDB.
Can we get the picture?
Yeah, one of our admins did it. One sec.
one of our admins. You need to speak to your club, man.
He knows,
People in the comments. Have you seen the picture? If so, what do you think about it?
And the thing is, people are saying, "Can't you see the funny side of it?" But I'm like,
yeah, bro. There's no funny side of racism, though.
There's no funny side to racism, bro. Like,
why have you got the black man with rope?
Bob,
pulling the shit.
You know. Here's my thing, right? I'm not a marketing genius. I didn't even study this thing. Like, my thing is this. It's the man's birthday, just to put a bit of context to it. It's a man's birthday, and you want to celebrate him and show him appreciation. And what you've done is you've tied him against a Russian boat, and he's running. And for me, for a there we go. For a Photoshop job, that's pretty terrible.
Prime. Can you make it bigger Prime for the people to see?
By the way, thanks, Prime.
Prime's got hella mad.
Thank you, production.
Thanks. So like this is just like a terrible homemade video in Nigeria.
Images just in from Egypt. What the hell is going on?
Like all sorts of confusion. Look, if you want to say N'Golo Kante is carrying the entire Chelsea team, right? How about if you want to put the entire Chelsea team attached to a rope and he's in front? I get it.
I mean, even that would look bad as well. Like,
no, but I get it.
just don't even use a rope. I think
but
the
thing
rope
is,
for
like,
me is the rope. Like,
yeah, but
for me,
this
that
is
signals...
not even funny though. Like, when people say the fun side, it's like, okay, I'm looking at a picture of a black man being tied by a rope.
It's like in the desert. No, come on, man.
And you're calling it
wild,
from
Bob's. The ship is parked. It's not even moving. It's parked. It's like
and Nathan, yeah, it's a bad Photoshop. Like, it's so bad. Do you know what I mean?
But the fact that this flies in 2021, and we're coming off a period where Henry is telling people to ignore social media, and yet this is done today on top of the whole ranges, everything that's happened with racism. And you've got N'Golo Kante, probably the most humble, quietest person that goes about his business in Chelsea. And you've gone to, there's so many ways you can send a message that he's the pillar, but you choose this. And it's not, you can't say, we don't know what we're doing. I'm sorry, by the time I'm, like Gunnar said, by the time I'm attaching a rope to a black man, I'm sorry, I know what I'm doing. Like, you can't.
See Abigail here. Big up Abigail. Thanks for watching. Everyone in the cut, please make sure you drop a like. Abigail says, I don't think it's racist. I think the idea is to resemble his strengths, but yeah, it's a dead joke. Abigail, right? If you're still here, okay, to resemble his strength, do you think is that the first in the brainstorm in the content room? Is that the first image? Yeah, let's tie him up to a boat. And he's pulling the boat. I just don't understand that, And from Egypt, we all know the story.
But, yeah, this is. I know, but what's the link between him and Egypt? Are they not playing in Europe this week? Like, what? I don't get.
I don't understand. The images just in from Egypt. Like, what is the boat? Does the boat have any significance? Like, does anyone know the name of the boat or the ship? Sorry.
Oh, wait, guys. I think what it is that it's perhaps a content that's created from somebody from Egypt or something.
I don't know, man. But I'm sure they're playing Bosnia in the next game, and like you're saying, it's a joke that for me has gone wrong, and
it invites casual racism, doesn't it?
To put a rope and a black man in the same picture that's it. Like. There's just when you put anything out, if any of us put anything out, the first thing we think is it going to offend anybody? That is your first thought. And looking at it, once you see a rope and a black man, that's offending me straight away. So, like, how could they not see it? I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
Abigail, can you give us some more on that? What is the Suez Canal? Does any of you guys know what that is?
Nope.
I think it's a river in Egypt or something.
So I'm guessing again, it's not a well thought out joke if everybody doesn't know what it is.
When I first saw it, I assumed.
Prime, it's so nice to hear you speak.
When I first saw it, I assumed because Kante is the engine and heart of our midfield, engine from a boat. You know, the thing is, if I understand what they were trying to do, it's racist and it's not good, but I understand what they were trying to do. There's so many better ways to go about this. So this clearly wasn't.
Your club's racist, mate.
I know, but I'm not even. I think this was one person who did this because when you go through like meetings and stuff or creative meetings or whatever in terms of what to put out and a post on your players' birthdays, this clearly wasn't something that was thought through properly. So I don't think this was approved. This was just someone who did it. One person. I don't think it was approved.
So, Bobs, you see my problem.
Thank you, Bocce. Thank you, Abigail and Bocce for that.
You see my problem with this image, right?
Mm-hmm.
If it was a white player and they were trying to send this message, do you know what they'll have him on a horse or something, or it'll be something like he's driving the train, or he's on a treadmill and there's so much power, or he's eating spinach and he's like Popeye and he's pulling the Chelsea logo type of thing. That's like they know how to make it look like a superhero fantasized type of thing. But look at our brother. Look at our Kante.
But the thing is, yeah, like guys and people, to you guys, yeah, like Vinci just said there, yeah, you know, Harry Maguire gets put as this Captain America kind of guy. Pulisic, because he's American, gets referred to Captain America. You know, why is it N'Golo Kante? I mean, pulling a boat, not a boat, a ship. Sorry. I just think to myself sometimes, yeah. I know we can say like people say, "Oh, the generation is snowflakey or is soft," but really,
this is why
some common sense, right?
This is why.
Even when he was at Leicester, I think maybe it must have been for his birthday or something, or maybe when they were in the running for the title race, they put out a post for Kante, and it was that meme of him running around the world. No, you guys don't remember?
I know.
No? I forgot old age. But that meme of him like running that meme of him running around the world just to showcase how Kante was everywhere on the pitch and everything. Like they should have done something like that instead of just like there's so many other things I could have done. So if
and to be honest, it's not that nowadays. I know that Marvel Heroes, Marvel Studios, Black Adam's coming out. Black Panther came out. We all celebrated that. I'm sure everybody wore their dashikis or their African outfit. So we have some heroes that we can compare some people to. You know what I mean? So it's like, if you're going to celebrate someone as someone's quality, why aren't you building this image of strength in a different way that's celebrated by everyone?
That could be in a positive way.
Honestly, I just wanted to see a picture of Kante smiling. That's how I picture Kante, just smiling all the time. Like,
yeah, they could even done that video. When he was at the awards,
I know
you don't like it. Yeah, I mean, or they could have shown him. When they did the song when France was singing that song.
Yeah, and it's just like him just smiling. He couldn't dance, so he was just smiling. That's how I remember Kante in it. But it is what it is, isn't it? Like,
it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay,
it's just one of those.
Before we wrap up, gentlemen. Okay,
sell Kane.
I just want to ask you guys. Obviously, there's been talk about. In fact, you know what? I'm not even going to lie to you. Prime put in the group chat he was disrespected with the Drogba Sterling nonsense. Right now, I'm not even going to talk about it because I think it's stupid. However, what I'm going to say is this: is Drogba the number one African that's ever played in the Premier League?
Yes.
Exactly, Abigail. Exactly. Guys, is Drogba the best African
to play
in the Premier League? Yes or no?
You know what? Stop this nonsense. Based on goals, yes. But like I said, I'm an eye test kind of guy. I don't think he's the best.
If you want to go, if you're talking about based on pure talent, then it's Okocha, obviously. but based on what they've done in the Premier League.
No, this is not what I'm asking. Stop
I know,
moving the
but then
goalposts.
I feel like
Bob, ask the question again. Let's not delay.
I feel like to be fair, I feel like Liverpool have a shout because everybody forgets Mo Salah's actually African, isn't he?
No, I didn't forget Salah.
Mo Salah, Sade, like
I didn't forget Salah or Mane, but it's Drogba.
Trophies. Who's won more? Drogba's won more, hasn't he?
No,
Yeah.
no, let's get away from trophies because
I don't
I'm
know,
talking
man.
about
Like
player.
if you're telling me who's the
best
No,
number 8
I
for Chelsea ever.
I think Essien died quite quickly though. I
Yeah.
think like in terms of his level of greatness died quite quickly. If you're gonna say who I enjoyed most, which Africans I enjoyed, the two Africans I enjoyed most watching were probably Okocha and Nganouu in terms of just in terms of watching.
You're so biased to us.
No, but I'm saying just no. Listen to what I'm saying. In terms of skill, those are the two. The best, I would have to say, yeah, it's probably DJ Drogba. The best.
It is Drogba.
Right. So do you know what? Yeah, like
Toure. Ben Toure.
Right. So
Toure.
Ben, big up to you, mate.
Toure.
Spurs fan. So he's not really got much to talk about. So big up to you, Ben.
Thank you.
No,
Toure. That's it.
Torre's second or third.
No, Toure's the best.
Do you know why I'm going to say Yaya Toure?
Toure had one great season.
Drogba didn't have many great seasons.
Drogba didn't have many great seasons.
Not great.
Drogba's best season is better than Torre's.
Is that how you're gonna listen? Yeah, listen. Drogba done his thing when he came from Marseille. Okay, we know the Champions League he won against Bayern Munich. Yes, he scored the winning goal. He had his moments. He bullied Vidic and Rio. We get that. Do you know what I mean? But like,
Senderos.
He's a great player, 100% great player. But for what Yaya took, for me, yeah, this is my opinion. I think Yaya Toure, that aura, that era he had, okay, that window he had, made all these pundits look at black centre midfielders in a different way.
Thank you.
Right?
I don't.
But hear me out. Okay. Black players are normally described as physical, monsters, strong, fast, engines. We're never called cultured, technical ability. We're never called gifted. Yaya Toure changed the narrative with that because he was scoring free kicks from 25, 30 yards. He was doing step overs. He was doing chop backs. He was hitting it with his left foot, no backspin. They couldn't just call him a monster or a destroyer, okay? And for me, even as a Man United fan, for what he done, how he changed the whole buzzword culture, he'll be, for me, the best ever to ever play.
I think in DJ Drogba, he invented a position. I think he invented a position for the Premiership.
How to play, and in terms of
playing one up front, he invented that. He brought that to the Premiership. He was that good that he done it, and then other people thought, you know what, I can do this. And people like Adebayor
you never saw Kevin Davies put up front on his own for bowling.
Put some respect. Put some respect.
Have you seen Drogba's numbers? Like, I actually looked at his numbers. Actually looked at what
they're
he did.
not great though.
Yaya Toure is not.
Yeah, I mean, he's a centre midfielder though, so it's obviously his numbers are going to be better.
Wall Street. Always looking at numbers.
No, but when you actually look at it with Yaya Toure as well, he fizzled. He had a peak in the Premier League, then he fizzled out, didn't he?
Wait a minute.
He fizzled out.
What do you define?
Wait. Prime. What's your argument here for Yaya not being the best?
Yaya's not the best.
No, but what's your argument for it?
He said no, he's not.
Samuel Eto'o had a good season too.
What's my argument for not being the best? The importance in being in your team and winning. If it's not Yaya. I don't want to play this card.
No, Prime, right? You're a Chelsea fan. Take your Chelsea blinkers off. Okay?
I am.
Be open here and I'm asking you a question.
You know what I'm saying? What I'm going to say is Drogba in his peak dropped a couple of stinkers. He had an 8-goal season, 5-goal season,
He wasn't
11
as
goal, and
clinical
another
as
5.
deadly as everyone says he was.
It's for me, it's not that great if he's truly world class striker, a truly world class striker. Because if you're a truly world class striker, you put the ball in the net. So he's dropping them Firmino sorts of.
We're gonna pretend like Yaya Toure had stinker seasons as well. He didn't.
But see,
he's a centre midfielder.
Prime.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gunnar. I beg your pardon. Sorry for
no. Go
on. Prime. I've asked you a question. Give me the argument why Yaya Toure is not the best Premier League player.
I think it's close. I think it's close. It's very close, and you can go either way. For me, what edges it is because Drogba was able to win his team a Champions League. Yeah, Toure wasn't.
Forget trophies though, because that's like me saying Harry Kane's not world class because he hasn't won a trophy.
But you have to.
What's winning somebody a trophy though?
For me and my metric and how I. When you're measuring the elite, when you're measuring the elite of the elite, and they're all, you're looking at very fine margins to separate them. There has to be little things to separate them, and Drogba, that is what separates him from Toure.
So what you're saying, yeah, is that because Toure didn't have as much good seasons as Drogba, that's why. Is that what you're saying?
But Drogba didn't have that many good striking seasons. He had two good striking seasons.
This thing, Drogba in his
carry on.
Drogba in back-to-back seasons in his prime, that wasn't his prime. So I don't know what he's saying. That wasn't his prime.
But Prime, look, Prime, you like to hit stats and stuff. This guy's
saying Prime.
Stats. So can we get a reply, please?
I have it here.
This is why when people try to mention him and Thierry Henry in the same breath, it now make no sense to me because.
Bro, they need to get Colgate, man.
Oh no! Again, Henry and Drogba in the same sentence, whatever. That's fine. But
that's what I'm saying. He's on the same level as Sterling.
I know. Stop this! Don't do this just for cameras because in the group chat you guys are moving different. Don't do this.
Wait,
no. But
I put it in there originally. I
have a question. I have a question for Prime.
Prime has still not answered the question.
I know. I even have a question for Prime because if he's not answering that tough one, let me ask him. We'll go there slowly. Prime, do you think that Sterling is in the same category because you're using stats as Drogba?
No, I mean it's different positions anyway, but no.
So now you're saying different positions. No, this guy moves the goalpost, man. Kick him out, man.
How does
you know what I'm saying? Seriously though, he's not answering the question. People in the cut, okay. Yaya Toure, I think Yaya Toure is the best African player to play in the Premier League. And as I said earlier, for what he done with breaking the narrative, like Abigail said there earlier, okay, sick and tired of hearing, all I was hearing is black man with midfielders 99 stand run on kicking man just being a presence. Exactly. You know what? You know how they tried to label Obi Mikel? I was so angry.
The biggest insult in football history, African football history.
Like, do you know Mikel is a baller? Like he can play football. Do you know what I mean? Like the disrespect that the people, the pundits and the commentary like played down, diluted the black players. Okocha, he's just a delight, isn't he? They never ever saw him as a football player.
I'm gonna stick up for Kocha and I'm gonna stick up for pundits. I'm not gonna stick up for pundits, but pundits don't like anyone that's skillful. So in this country, they just don't like anyone that's skillful in general. Because when they talk about people with skill, they call them mavericks or they call them this, they call them that. So if they don't see you running 100 miles an hour every single time, you're just automatically not a good footballer. That was the only thing that they could label Mesut Ozil with, is that he didn't run. But when they checked his running stats, he ran more than anyone on our team pretty much every game. So it's just they don't like people with skill. And the thing is, Okocha used to mug people off, and they just didn't like that. They didn't like it.
You saw what he done to their head.
What he done to Parla? Flicked the ball over his head like he was nothing, bro.
You know, one thing that makes me laugh is that every time Nganouu makes a point, he references an Arsenal
player.
You have to.
Arsenal thing.
I know, but okay. So this is why Henderson is talked about more than probably
better.
bloody Yaya Toure, because
That's
Henderson
better.
runs around like a headless chicken. Like
That's better.
he just runs around.
But Bobs, on the real,
Henderson's talked about more than Yaya Toure because it's for Liverpool's first title.
No, I just think they just don't like anyone.
That's why he's talked about more.
No, but then Gerrard was
personally-
spoken. Gerrard was spoken about.
Maybe, but guys, we're deflecting. My thing is this: for all you stats lovers, right? Do you realize that Darren Bent is better than DJ Drogba statistically?
Statistically, yeah.
I say this all the
Darren Bent was
time.
the best English striker for like how many seasons in a row?
Thank you. But if you were to have, if you were to talk about it, you know that's preposterous to actually even put them in the thing. If you were to pick a team, obviously you pick Didier Drogba. Now, having that in mind, when you put Drogba and you put Yaya Toure here, and you look at what they've done in terms of the eye test, in terms of what they've been able to do in their position, their impact on the game, who they're playing around, who they're playing with, and what they were able to do, come on. I'm not saying it's night and day, but you can tell that Yaya Toure stood out in a Man City team where he had no ball. He was not even supposed to be doing what he was doing. But
do you think
when
Drogba's name would get mentioned in the top 5 strikers? If they were talking about top 5 strikers, would Drogba be in there, or would he be right at the bottom? Because I think if you're talking about top 5 centre midfielders, then Toure is probably in the top 3.
Is it top 5 Premier League
strikers?
Say that again, sir. What you
saying?
Finchy. So I'm just saying Premier League, yeah.
Strikers
no, not even African strikers. No, not African strikers, just in general.
So top 5 strikers in the Premier League, you think Drogba's in
general? There? No, I'm saying, would you say Drogba's in there? But because I think if you're saying top 5 midfielders, Yaya Toure is in there.
I would say Drogba's top 5.
No, Drogba can't be top 5. Come on, Prime. Stop it.
He is.
No, now stop. Come on.
He is.
Okay, Wayne Rooney. Who's
Wayne
better?
Rooney,
I don't even count Wayne Rooney, but he is.
Rooney, Henry, Drogba. I think Kane, once he ends his career, goal-wise, he will be in there because he's going to overtake. Kane's going to overtake Shearer and break the record. So that's why Kane's in there. What is that, 4?
What about Nicolas Anelka?
Anelka is not better than Drogba.
Oh my God! You guys keep forgetting who this man is.
The thing is that's mad. I'm not even gonna lie. Nicolas Anelka. I watched his documentary on Netflix the other day. Nicolas Anelka was a baller. If you check his stats, as you guys like to check stats and that,
underrated player,
so underrated. Ever. He done it for every team that he played for, even Bolton.
Baller out of control.
Listen, people don't like to talk about Andy Cole for whatever reason as one of the tops. They don't respect him for whatever reason. Suarez, as much as he's a biting racist, Suarez is.
I'm not having that. Suarez only had one great season in the Prem.
Come on, Suarez. What Suarez done? That one Suarez season, or what people talk about, is probably for me. Is up there with the best striking seasons I've ever seen.
Yeah, to be honest, he did some amazing stuff.
Because he made Sterling a footballer. He made Liverpool a team. That's how good. If you're talking about Chelsea and Drogba had a great team around him. That Liverpool team wasn't great, but they pushed for the title literally based on what Suarez was doing. Yeah, so that's why I say that season, Suarez is probably one of the best striking seasons I've seen in the Premiership.
Gunnar, Prime, let me even pose something to you. Fowler or Drogba?
As a goal scorer, Fowler.
As their position.
I can only go off what I've seen.
Fair.
Yeah, that one's hard.
Why do you think that? That's why I haven't mentioned Cantona or Van Nistelrooy. Well,
Van Nistelrooy is a good shout as well. Van Nistelrooy would be
I would even say Van Persie is a good shout as well.
Van Persie would be in there if he wasn't so injured. Van Persie would have probably gone on to be the best, I think.
And the thing is, people need to, like, you have people my age and much younger. They try and speak about players from the past with too much disrespect because the way they've been brought up based on stats, they don't match. For example, with
I know, but how old are you when Drogba was playing though?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Drogba, I grew up on.
I was starting. We got it.
Just because I don't have a beard like you, I grew up on Drogba.
No, you never grew up. Don't lie, man.
Why are you talking like Drogba is a chemical substance? I grew up on Drogba.
I know, right?
Nah, let's be
real.
Listen,
I grew up listening to the drug bar. I grew up smoking the drug bar.
2009.
Chronic 2001, bro. Like
the way Drogba was. The way Drogba.
No, use 11 when Drogba was playing, man. Use like 10 or 11, man. Don't do it, man. Drogba's not even.
Don't bring out his real age here now.
No, Saha. About to say Saha.
Brought out his government name. You're bringing out his real age. Prime, you're no longer a mystery.
Listen, gentlemen. That's just been over an hour and 10 minutes. Everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell your nan, your gran, your mom, your dad, your brother and sister about the wrap up.
The 13th season, Suarez barely scored against the top 6 if you look into it. But he was a baller, so it doesn't matter, does it? It's fine. Continue.
Prime. Listen, what I'm gonna say is this, the fact that you couldn't even give me an argument about.
I could, but no one wants to listen. That's fine. I said
it's the stage.
It's either way. It's I did say it, but you said I can't use that. It's look.
No.
I said Champions League.
Oh yeah.
No, we want as a player. Forget the trophies.
As a player in terms of what stats or eye test. Both.
As a player, what you watched.
Yeah.
What I watched, the way Drogba handled the generation of defenders that were around, and the way Drogba handled them, he was one of the most feared strikers.
He's playing against the dead Arsenal teams, though. Let's be real.
I don't. Again, Gunnar,
William Gallas and them, man. There.
Gunnar, I said big clubs. Arsenal not a big club.
Okay, here we go. See, now, obviously.
On that note, thank you for everyone for joining us. Appreciate the support. Also, so the elephant in the room.
20 goals that Yaya scored.
Fat elephant.
So basically, yes, as everyone knows that I was the host of that United show on the Football Terrace, and there's no way to say it really. I left today. Had a discussion over the weekends and stuff. We spoke, and it's going in a direction that basically I didn't want to go in. I didn't think I could commit to and stuff. So I just felt that it was best for me to leave. That's all I'm going to say on it at the moment. But I'm no longer with the Football Terrace. Made some good friends, friends that I'll stay in touch with. People that you're all going to see on this channel. You're probably going to see my guys here collab with them. But I'm no longer on the Football Terrace. More will come out.
Why is man putting that in there, bro? You can't even be like my man's releasing an autobiography and that. But vibes. That is hella disrespectful vibes, bro.
I'm no longer there.
Come on, man.
You're not gonna get a
this
monster
channel to grow, man.
But you know what this sounds like? This sounds like those exit interviews.
So why did you leave? Well, the company
man wasn't getting game time in that, bro.
We're moving the wrong direction. It's time to move on to that.
Man didn't make enough big signings in that, bro.
There was no ambition from the board.
We decided to go our separate ways. I wish them well.
I wish the Football Terrace well. I do. I wish the Football Terrace well. The ambition that what they were doing and the way I wanted to go, it wasn't working. I left nobly. Very honest that no one in the TFT will have a bad word to say against me. This is not a Monster thing. Monster won't mind me saying this, but there will be no stream about why I left the football terrorist. It's not that deep. Thank you everyone for the messages. Literally, it's very, very important to know that actually I've done a few not bad shows. I'm not bad at hosting. But listen, you know, just like everything else, you know, some things come to an end and we move on. That's the way it is. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm your boy, BITZ and BOBZ. You know, thank you so much. How much was your transfer for Bob's leaving for trophies?
You lot are mocking it now, man. Come off, man.
Bob's, how much was your transfer fee? Listen, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this is funny. Bob's leaving for trophies. Ben, you're a clown. I know, but literally, man. I spoke to people. Obviously, I spoke with Nganouu, and obviously I spoke with Vinci. And then obviously I made a decision. I also spoke with Anita.
Don't go out.
Don't try to make it like it was our fault.
Don't go and say some people, and then forget some people too. And then they'll come after you.
Notice how no one spoke.
He didn't even call Prime.
Prime, kick your cousin, bro. No, my man's got to be something else.
But really, all jokes aside, yeah, like, how much is your transfer fee? Bro, the transfer fee, listen, the fee wasn't good enough, put it that way. But like, all I'm gonna say is that I'm no longer there. So if you still want to support your boy, please support me by subscribing to this channel, subscribe to Nganoou's channel, subscribe to BITZ channel. All the link is in the description. Every show, they're there. Yeah, that's just the way it is. But listen, I still got the catchiest intro on YouTube. It is getting copyrighted. So yeah, we move. I'm excited about what the future is going to bring. You know, at the end of the day, just remember, guys, like, you know, everything comes to an end, but, you know, no good thing or great thing comes from being in a comfortable position. So, yeah, we move. I know this is probably going to get clipped. So, Terry Floyd, you're an idiot. I'm joking. He's not.
No, you don't work for him. You can say it.
Yeah.
Someone clip the first part.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. But listen, I'm sure things will probably come out later on. But yeah, I'm no longer with them, and that's it. I'm a free agent. So Manscaped, TalkSport, hit me up, man. BBC Sport, hit me up. Anyway, everyone, peace and love to you.
Rihanna, hit me up. Rihanna, hit me up.
Get out. So, everyone, Ghana, just before we go, can you tell everyone about your YouTube channel where they can find you?
Yeah, it's just the away days, man. That's simple, man. We're moving nicely over there. Got Warren Barton for the old heads. He's coming on the channel this Thursday. We've got some professionals coming through next week. So you know how we do, man. We just aim for the top round here, man. BOBZ is aiming for the top. We're all aiming for the top round here. So roll with us, or you get rolled over. Simple.
Do you know what I mean? And listen. If you want to make music videos, and you don't want your producer to be up in the videos dancing, come join Death Row.
Yeah, moving like Death Row and that, bro.
Yo, good night, everyone. Thank you for kicking me.
See you later, boys. See you later,
Take care. Peace. Be safe. God bless.